we've got a beautiful afternoon for baseball here at AT&T Park as the Giants and Reds will wrap up this 3-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, with a former 20-game winner next to me, it's always nice to talk about the pitching, which we usually do. It's about the hitting.
Well, Sunday in St. Louis, the Giants got 3 measly singles, and they got shut out on 89 pitches. Well, since that time, they have been unbelievable. 27 runs, 35 hits. It just seems like everybody up and down that lineup is hitting line drives. They are feeding off of each other's adrenaline. And I could not wait to come to the ballpark today to see what this offense is going to do next. And they're going to try and do it against Homer Bailey, a hard-throwing right-hander for the Reds. And this is a huge game for both teams. So you give the ball to Bailey, and you give the ball to the secret X factor, and that's Madison Bumgarner, who's been very good lately.
Homer Bailey?
Homer Bailey.
Homer Bailey is on the hill. Homer, by the way, is a pretty good pitcher. All right, when we come back, we're going to take a look at our Wall of Fame. And today, we're going to check in on my old double play partner, Johnny LeMaster, in the Wall of Fame after this.
Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Toyota. More people say yes to Toyota than any other brand in California. Learn why at your Toyota dealer today.
Folks are weaving their way down Lombard Street on their way to where else? AT&T Park. The Giants posted 27 runs over the past 2 games, and last night a season-high 16 runs. They've put themselves in a position to sweep the Cincinnati Reds as the final game of this 3-game series is getting ready to get started. Welcome back to AT&T Park. I'm Amy Gutierrez. Last night, we took a look back at Giants Wall of Famer Chris Spire, the current Reds bench coach. And today's featured Wall of Famer, well, he's the gentleman who took over for Chris Spire at shortstop back in 1975. Johnny LeMaster, he was a polarizing player and endured a lot of criticism in his 11 seasons with San Francisco, but still earned himself a place on the Giants Wall of Fame.
Johnny Lee LeMaster was born on June 19, 1954 in Portsmouth, Ohio, and was the 6th overall pick in the 1973 draft by the San Francisco Giants. Johnny Lee would go on to play 11 seasons with the Orange and Black. On September 2nd, 1976, LeMaster set a Major League record hitting an inside-the-park home run in his first Major League at-bat. An excellent defensive shortstop, Johnny Lee eventually won over San Francisco fans with his great glove work. Many will long remember LeMaster for one game in 1979, when he took to the field wearing the phrase that Giants fans greeted him with to begin his career, the word boo. Johnny Lee is 3rd best among all-time San Francisco Giants shortstops in games played with 954, and he's at the top of the list with the most putouts. Johnny LeMaster, a member of the Giants Wall of Fame.
From the past, we're going to take you to the present. It's almost game time, and the Giants looking to sweep. They've got their young gun on the hill today, Madison Bumgarner. Game time shortly, but first we're going to check in with our Sportsnet Central studios after these messages for an update.
Giants to take the field, led out by Madison Bumgarner. Umpires are out. Let's take a look at our game time weather. And it's brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. 86 degrees here at the yard. We got winds at 10 miles per hour. 38% humidity, and it is clear and warm. All right, here's the Reds lineup written out by Dusty Baker, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Brandon Phillips had a couple of home runs last night. He was 3 for 5. He will lead it off. Then it's Heisey, followed by Joey Votto. Then Roland, the cleanup hitter. Gomes, 5th. The catcher will be Ryan Hannigan, Stubbs, Janish, and Homer Bailey.
All right, what do you say we check out the Giants defense? It's brought to you by the Black Diamond Brewing Company. It'll be Burrow, Torres, and Guillen. That's your outfield. Uribe Sandoval on the left side of the infield with Sanchez and Huff on the right side of the infield. Buster Posey will be in the squad putting down the signs, and the man on the bump today will be Madison Bumgarner. And let's take a look at his starting pitcher stats. They're brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers. 12 started the year, 5-4, 3.20 ERA, 49 strikeouts against 18 walks. And he has been fantastic. And you're going to see a guy who has good command of both sides of the plate with the fastball. He'll throw a cutter a curveball and a changeup, and he has got a very solid mean streak in him. He will compete with you, and he likes that inside corner.
So Madison Bumgarner will be facing the Reds for the first time. That will not be the case for Homer Bailey. Giants do have a little bit of history against Bailey, but not a lot.
All right, now we're going to look at our Toyota keys of the game. And the offense the last 2 games of this series have been fantastic. So keep the big O as in offense rolling. And keep Phillips in the yard. Brandon Phillips, 2 home runs last night, both on the first pitch. He likes to be aggressive on that first pitch. Respect it and deal with it. And also keep the early runs coming. That has really set the tone the last couple nights. And hopefully the Giants offense can do that again today. Those are our Toyota keys to the game.
So here's Phillips as we are just about ready for the first pitch of this ball game. And Bumgarner throws, and there's a breaking ball for a ball. So we get underway at 12:46. Phillips with 16 home runs, 50 RBIs. And a strike. So Bumgarner comes back with a fastball. It's John Hirschbeck, James Hoy, Laz Diaz, Wally Bell. Hirschbeck behind the dish.
You're going to get a pretty consistent strike zone with Hirschbeck, and he will give you a low strike.
And a good fastball on the hands of Phillips, and it's 1-2.
And there are some umpires that maybe might not pull the trigger and a call third strike as quickly as other umpires. Not a problem with Hirschbeck. I think he enjoys calling the third strike.
Chris Heisey to follow. And the 1-2 pitch to Phillips is fouled out of play. See the first 2 games in this series. 27-35-0 for the Giants. How about that?
Yeah, the only inning they haven't been able to score is that 7th. Got to do something about that. Got to fill in the numbers, fill in the blanks.
And that's foul down the right field line. So Phillips in a battle, 5-pitch at bat. And this is rolled to Sandoval. This is going to be a tough play. And he's not going to be able to make it. It'll be an infield hit for Phillips.
Well, he is their igniter. And he can get on base a lot of different ways. And just a little average ground ball down the third base line with his speed from the right side. No contest.
So that'll bring up Chris Heisey. Heisey's hitting .264, 7 home runs, 14 driven in. And the first pitch is low. Heisey showed bunt. Phillips with good speed. He's got 13 steals. Votto and then Scott Rowland. Uribe and Sanchez at double play depth. And it's high and away, 2-0. So we were right. Buster Posey got that that 1/4 day off last night.
He came out for the 6th inning, so he got 3 innings of rest and a good night's sleep. And here he is, day game after night game, right back in the squad. But he gets tonight off, he gets tomorrow night off. That's going to seem like 2 weeks.
Well, that is the ultimate norm, Sherry.
You can see the 4-seam grip. That's the fastball grip. The elbow high up above the shoulder. Look at his eyes stay on the target. They did not follow the ball after he threw it. And that's something you really want to stress to young kids. Eyes stay on the target. Bumgarner, 21 years old, 6'5", 230-pounder. And there ain't an ounce of fat on that kid.
Hit out to right field. Guillen puts it away. 1 out.
Again, he picks his target up, and you watch the eyes focus to the target even after you throw it. And this is a changeup. You see the circle change grip.
You like that?
I do. I mean, that's one of the basic fundamentals of throwing, and you can't stress it enough. I mean, a lot of times, kids who have a lot of wildness in them is just they're watching the ball after they throw it. You don't do that.
Votto takes a rip like he always does, and it's 0-1.
Giants are in respect of this guy's inside-out hack, and they're kind of pitching that gap in left center and giving him the line in right field. They're anticipating him hit the ball to left center or left.
He's hitting .323, 29 home runs, 86 driven in. Breaking ball and makes it 0-2. This is the front page of the USA Today. Big story, two big pictures of Votto and Pujols, both very much in the running to possibly win the Triple Crown. Runner goes, and the throw, and it's not in time. As Posey kind of threw sidearm, the Thurman Munson style. I didn't think he had a shot at all.
Well, not an easy pitch to throw off of, but there's the sidearm throw. And I mean, you talk about a strike and a half. Just too much foot speed from Phillips. Boy, it was close, though.
Votto lifts it to left. Burrow back. Burrow's looking up, and it is gone. And that's home run number 30 for Joey Votto, who now just realizes it, and it's 2-0.
Well, you talk about one of the best swings in the game, and he's got great inside-out approach where he can go and extend from the inside out, and here he backspins the opposite way in a 2-strike count, and that's really all you need to know is just how good of an approach this guy has. So it's the Reds today that draws first blood. As we look from the splash can one more time and press it back.
Here's Scott Rowland. Rowland takes a strike, hitting .296 with 19 home runs, 73 RBIs.
Bumgarner right back in the strike zone. Bang. We've seen that happen with Bumgarner where he is a bit vulnerable early in the game until he gets a feel of his pitches, especially out of the stretch. But once he does, then things have a tendency to calm down.
Yeah, he'll give up too early and then roll along for a while.
The Ultramo.
The 1-2 to Rowland is in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's kind of interesting, the ball at Votto. At first I thought it might be caught. Then I was pretty sure it was going to be off the wall. And then it was gone.
Well, this ballpark's been playing a bit unusual since the Giants got back on this homestand off the road trip. And we see balls that have been carrying out to all fields here get a little more distance than we're accustomed to seeing. When it's hot, the ball carries, and this ballpark plays small.
That's into the Giants dugout. It stays 3-2.
What'd you say game time temp was? 86 degrees at first pitch?
86.
So that promises to be another offensive day. Although they're saying over the weekend it's going to get very cool.
Really?
52 is a projected high for Sunday.
SFGiants.com. Tickets available. Bring a sweatshirt.
Or 2.
Right at Uribe. 2 outs. And here's Johnny Gomes. Gomes hitting .260, 13 home runs, 66 driven in. The hornblower is on its way. And that fastball is high. Actually, it was not a fastball. It was a breaking ball. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Very deep to left field. Burrow back. Gone. And it's 3-0. Well, the Giants have kept Phillips in the yard, but that's about it.
Home run number 14 for Johnny Gomes.
What would Pete Rose say about now?
That'll be a pretty good game.
Trying to get the ball back.
Let's look at the bent arms. I mean, this is a cut fastball, and he stays inside it. And Johnny Gomes very quick inside, and he just proved it.
Here's Ryan Hannigan. And a fastball for a strike. 2 home runs here in the first.
Bronson Arroyo, starting pitcher, not working today, but got to come over and give some love to Johnny Gomes. Gomes, a local kid. Might be that he's got a couple of tickets that he left for some of those people up there in the bleachers. I would imagine his pass list is pretty big this 3-game series.
Petaluma. 2-1 to Ryan Hannigan. So Bumgarner trying to find that strike zone. That's a foul ball. It's 3-2. Reds fans behind the dugout.
I think a barbershop quartet.
Pretty hard to pick out. Hit well into left center field. Andres Torres on the move, and this one is gone. It's 4-0. Hannigan hits his 4th of the year.
Well, I know one thing. This is a first in Madison Bumgarner's career. An inning where you give up 3 home runs.
You're just glad 2 of them are solo shots. Well, you fall behind and you get to 3-2, and guys are going to do this.
Taking on the deep part of left center. This was not a cheapie. First pitch changeup, and I think that's what you need to do. Start mixing up your pitches. All 3 pitches that have been hit out of here have been fastballs.
Oh, 2 to Drew Stubbs. And on 3 pitches, Stubbs is gone. All right. The challenge has been made. So here's our lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Torres Posey and Aubrey Huff, followed by Pat Burrow, then Jose Guillen. Pablo Sandoval has been on a tear. He's 6 for 10 in this series. Then it's Uribe Sanchez and Madison Bumgarner.
Check out the Reds defensively. It'll be Gomes, Stubbs, and Heisey. That is your outfield. Janish rolling on the left side. Phillips and Votto on the right side. Hannigan in the squat. He'll be putting down the sides. And the gentleman on the hill today for the Cincinnati Reds will be Homer Bailey. There you see Bailey. 12th start of the year, 3-2 with a 4.52 ERA. Bailey, 6'3", 210-pounder. He is 24 years old. This is his second year at the big league level. And Bailey's going to give you a standard 4 pitches, fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. And he can run it up there. He'll go mid-90s and at times even better than that. He's got good stuff. Out of LaGrange, Texas.
And he's facing Andres Torres. Followed by Buster Posey and then Aubrey Huff.
Homer Bailey was a first-round pick by the Reds in 2004. He was the 7th pick overall in the draft.
Torres 1 for 3 on Monday. 3 for 5 last night. Rolls this one over to Phillips. Torres is retired. And here's Buster Posey. Posey hitting .339. He hit his 10th home run last night, a 3-run home run. Burrow, Sandoval, Uribe, and Sanchez have faced Bailey. All the other Giants, this is their first time. Shot out to right field, and moving back and underneath it is Heisey, 2 out.
Boy, another line drive off the bat of Buster Posey. Such a great opposite field approach. We see the ultra ball. Watch the front foot go down. You got to get that down early. Now you can start the rotation of your hits, the ball, your hands very quick. Just a nice light grip on the bat.
So 2 outs. Here's Aubrey Huff. Huff hitting at .301. Takes a big curveball for a strike. He's got 5 hits in the series. And a quick 0-2 from Homer Bailey.
Bang, bang, curveball, fastball. Nice 2-pitch sequence.
And Huff will try to work his way down to first, but it's a strikeout, and that'll end the inning. After 1, 4-0 Reds.
5 hits, 8 doubles, 6 home runs, and it all starts with getting good pitches to hit, and those are good pitches to hit. Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. It's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. All you have to do is go to BloombergSports.com for details.
Janish, 2 balls and no strikes. Homer Bailey to follow, and then Brandon Phillips. Three balls and 1 strike.
A lot of counts where Bumgarner has been behind early on in this ball game. Still looking for that rhythm. That great rhythm that he had in his last outing in St. Louis, where he went 7 solid innings against the Cardinals in a hostile environment.
Janish stays alive. You'll see another pitch. Bumgarner has thrown 38 pitches. And here's the payoff to Janish. New bat for Janish. Well, the Arizona Diamondbacks are in town. They will be here Friday night. Friday night is Irish night. Visit sfgiants.com/special events for more information. And Tim Lincecum is due to pitch that night. So go to sfgiants.com. A new bat for Janish. And Bumgarner strikes him out.
Well, a nice comeback after he down to count 3-0 to Janish. Second strikeout now for Bumgarner.
Here's Bailey. Bailey on the year is 4 for 18. If you just joined us, the Reds had 3 home runs in the first inning. Votto, Gomes, and Hannigan. None were cheap. Anthony's to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Votto was an opposite field home run. No swing, 2 balls and 1 strike. And that's rolled to Billy Hatcher, the first base coach.
Sweet hands, Billy Hatcher.
2-2.
He was a big part of that 1990 World Championship Reds team, and he had an unbelievable World Series.
Three and 2. Up the middle. A rebate from the outfield grass. And they got him.
Not an easy play. A strong man's play right there. Well, Giants Baseball is brought to you by Big O Tires. You can post your comments about the San Francisco Giants in the Big O Tires sports blog right at csmbayarea.com. Big O Tires. Strong man play. He didn't have a lot of time to set his feet, and he had to put something on the throw. If you don't have a strong arm, do not apply to try and make that play.
Here's Phillips. Phillips with an infield hit to start out the ball game. And this, now they're even. Bottom of the second inning coming up. Pat Burrell will lead it off.
It is Petaluma zone. Johnny Gomes hit his 14th home run here today. Got to give a little love to a North Bay guy. He's a grad of Casa Grande High School. Go Gauchos. I've been visiting with him this series, and he told me not only does he love coming back home, but he also has some friends now with the Giants. He played with Aubrey Huff with Tampa Bay, and he's neighbors with Pat Burrell and Freddie Sanchez in Arizona in the offseason. Fellas?
All right. Thanks, Amy. As Burrell takes a pitch high. Numbers for Pat Burrell. How's this one out of play? It's possible that if you live in Arizona, you might be living next to a ball player.
It's amazing how many ball players do live down in the Phoenix area. And they play golf and socialize and work out together.
And now with more teams training in Arizona, more guys move there.
And there's no other city. I mean, it's the Valley of the Sun. Tucson no longer part of the spring training equation, which I find a bit odd, but just a lot of ball players down there.
Here's the 1-2 to Pat Burrell, and Burrell stays alive.
They had planned to use Homer Bailey in the bullpen, but when Johnny Cueto went down. They brought him up, put him in the rotation, and then Mike Lee kind of ran out of gas. They put him in the bullpen, and Homer Bailey has nailed down that spot in the row. He's always had a lot of potential. Just has not been able to really been consistent with command. And I think now that he's getting very close. There you see the last 5 starts, outstanding. 3-0, 1.72 ERA.
Burrow keeps fighting pitches off the other way. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Got him.
Well, it's a Hirschbeck strike, and you're going to see a little bit of rubbernecking because he will give some width on the zone. And as I mentioned, he is not afraid to ring guys up. And Pat Burrell, not a fan.
Here's Guillen hitting at .367 in a Giants uniform, and he fouls it back.
Now, he has really been on a tear since he's put that Giants uniform on. And it just seems like every swing he's had has been balanced and solid and quick. There's the .367 you're talking about, 11 for 30.
With Pablo Sandoval on deck, a quick 4-run deficit for the Giants. Not quite as bad as what's happened to the Rockies. It's 10-1 Atlanta in the 3rd inning.
In the 3rd?
In the 3rd.
Ooh.
2-1 to Guillen. 2-2.
That's a good curveball. That is a 12-6 break, late, quick, tight spin on that pitch.
Three and 2.
Easy take.
The deep breath by Bailey and the payoff pitch to Guillen. And he rockets this one foul.
Trying to come back with that curveball. I mean, he surprised Guillen the first time. He was not surprised this time. He waits well, sees it, and just rakes it foul. Not by much.
Another 3-2 pitch. Base hit left field.
He can hit. Now, Pablo Sandoval last night, very impressive night. And he stepped into one and hit a breaking ball way out of here. And we're going to make that our forward right choice. For Sandoval, it was home run number 11. It came to the 6th inning. Sam McCure, our forward right choice. He hit that one where the big boys hit him.
Good numbers against the Reds this season. And he takes slow, 1 ball and no strikes. As they make that Juan Uribe to follow. 4-0 Cincinnati. Giants pick up their first hit and their first base runner with the base hit by Guillen. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, he came just about out of his shoes on that swing.
It's the Sandoval we know.
That's the Panda that we have grown to know and love. Just a little tardy.
see the power generated in the hips and the legs of Pablo Sandoval.
Well, the Giants getting Bailey in the stretch. See if that makes a difference.
First time he's been in the stretch.
Out of play, a line drive. It's 2-2.
Look out. Yep, she's okay. Everybody's smiling, and she got the ball.
Two and two to Sandoval with Guillen at first. Sandoval shoots it into right field. A base hit.
He's hot.
And here comes Uribe.
You know, his first year and a half in the big leagues, it was never a matter of whether he's going to hit it hard. It was just a matter of where he was going to hit it hard. And you kind of have that feeling right now.
Last night, one of 4 home runs hit by the Giants. Juan Uribe hit this one.
That one off Mike Leake, a hanging slider, didn't do a whole lot.
Here's the first pitch to Uribe. Swinging a drive out into right center field. A long run for Heisey. He's going to make the catch. And that is out number 1.
And that's a bit disappointing for Juan Uribe. He just got AT&T'd. He hit that same ball in Cincinnati, and it's a 1-run game.
Here's Freddie Sanchez. Eight for 9 in the series. He's faced Bailey 3 times. He's 1 for 3. Just inside for a ball. 1-0.
This is when a guy goes 8 for 9. You tell him, don't think, just do what you're doing. Because he has been unconscious. 8 for 9 will do that to you.
Not close. Two balls and no strikes. Giants trying to get on the board. It's 4-0 Cincinnati. Sanchez hit a home run on Monday. Out of play. Actually, that's not true. He hit a home run last night. Hit it off of Travis Wood. Hit it right over the cars.
Well, this is the flashback we're talking about. Travis Wood, the little left-hander, tried to jam Freddie Sanchez, and he said, I will have none of that. See, when he hits them, I mean, they're loud.
Two balls and 2 strikes. And Sanchez lifts this one high and foul down the left field line. Pretty quick in right now.
He is.
For Bailey, pitch number 33. And a 2-2 count to Sanchez. Breaking ball, and Sanchez saw it early. And he stays alive.
He definitely had his back foot in that swing. That was a breaking ball that had some severe hang time on it. And right now, I mean, you don't want to make location mistakes to him like this. Homer Bailey got away with one.
Another 2-2 pitch. Down the right field line. That'll be out of play. Madison Bumgarner watching from the on-deck circle. Three balls and 2 strikes on a close pitch taken by Sanchez. Sandoval will take off. Fair ball down the right field line. Sandoval might have a shot. He will not. He will be held at third and throw to second. And he's safe.
Paul Janish had him. He dropped the ball. But how about this at bat? I mean, we're talking about how dialed he has been. And he fights and fights and finally hits a seed just inside the bag at first base. And it goes down the bag. Chris Heisey makes a nice throw. And there you see Freddie Sanchez slide safe at second, safe and secure. That's New York Live.
Well, Janish could have gone back to tag him. Here's Bumgarner, who can hit. Takes outside, 1-0. May turn out to be a big play. Giants are on the board. Out of play. Good swing by Bumgarner. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, Freddie Sanchez was out by 10 feet. And he kicks the ball right out of the glove of Janish. And right then he could have been tagged again. That's what you're talking about, Kite. Freddie Sanchez just assumed that he was out.
One and one. That looked like a pretty good pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike.
It was just away from the target. They set up inside and went away. But clearly out of the stretch, Homer Bailey not as free and easy as he was out of the windup.
Very high pop-up over by the Reds dugout, and it's going to be caught by Votto, and that'll end the inning. Giants pick up a run after 2, 4-1 Cincinnati. Time for Subway Eat Fresh. Ask 3 questions to Kruk and Kite. Steve from Petaluma. Does it bother the starting pitcher when he sees the bullpen get antsy? Can it affect his game? Did this affect you, Kruk?
Well, it's a great motivator.
First pitch pop-up. It'll be a mini collision between Sandoval and Uribe. 1 pitch, 1 out.
But a 1 pitch, 1 out. You know, if you're in the 5th inning and you got a 3-run lead, and all of a sudden you start letting that slide away, and you look up, and all of a sudden there's guys in that bullpen, and you know you have to complete that inning to qualify for a win. That's a great motivator. But there are other times when you're 130 pitches into an outing and you're Sunday in St. Louis, and you're out of gas, and you look at the bullpen, you're thinking, hurry up.
Yeah. Votto hit a home run off of Bumgarner in the 1st inning. Hit it on a fastball.
Well, 2 nice pitches. And this is the thing I like about Bumgarner. I mean, okay, he gives up a 2-strike opposite field home run. And a lot of young pitchers, a hitter with an at-bat like that can intimidate you, but he won't let it. He comes right back in the strike zone, boom, a quick 0-2. I think he was aiming for Mark DeRosa. This was the swing of the bat in the 1st inning that was a 2-run homer, but a very impressive inside-out hack. Joey Votto can hit. A similar style of hitting to that of Todd Helton, who was one of the best I've ever seen it as a left-handed hitter hitting a left-handed pitcher.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Wally Bell says no.
James Loney, another left-handed hitter with a good opposite field approach against lefties.
See you later.
And young pitchers love doing that. The guy takes him deep. The next time he comes up, you strike him out. I mean, you're still ticked off about the home run, but you feel a little better.
Happy birthday to you, Jamie. Jamie Sire.
Jamie Sires. Happy birthday.
Very serious on her birthday.
Happy birthday.
What do you think, Jamie? 30, 40?
She's 51 years old. Looks very well preserved. 51 years old.
Look at that.
51 years old.
You think, Jamie? What do you think? You agree with that? No? Now you don't feel so bad being 30. Yesterday she was a little down about turning 30. We were looking at her like, stop it.
Right now.
There's a strike to roll.
To be 30 again.
Yeah. So we made you 51. How you feeling now, Jim?
Well, you asked a $1 million question. Do they still check your ID? And she goes, well, yeah. So quit worrying about it.
Two and two. Rolling out of play.
He really keeps that head still and keeps it on the ball. Good top hand, strong hand. Nice swing. And for a guy his size, 6'4", 250, I mean, this is a compact approach. See how still that head is. I mean, it's a classic swing.
3 and 2. Good defender at third. There's Gomes. Look out. Right over Pan Bear's head.
Those are the pay attention seats right there. Do not turn your head.
Bumgarner's trying to stay in there. That's Gene O'Rourke moving very fast. Check out the strides on Gene.
Oh, yeah, he's a jogger.
Line down the left field line. Could be trouble. It is trouble. Should be a 2-out double, and it is for Scott Rowland. And here's Johnny Gomes. Gomes hit the home run off of Bumgarner in the first.
Pretty impressive swing of the bat. It was a pitch inside, a bin arm home run. Gives you an idea of some of the strength of Johnny Gomes. And then he just yanked this thing.
Low and in to put Gomes ahead in the count. 1 ball and no strikes. There's a strike.
Now, that's a nice location on a 1-0 pitch. And then you miss 1-0, and it becomes a hitter's count. And you got to make a nice pitch to get strike one, and indeed he did. 65 pitches now for Bumgarner. And a lot of his work has been out of the stretch.
And a base hit into left field. That's going to score Roland. Gomes is going to put on the brakes, and it's back to a 4-run lead. So 2-out double and then a base hit.
Here's a tip for young kids who hit a ball in the outfield. If you see a ball towards the gap, even if it's in front of an outfielder, you have to be aggressive when you make a turn around first base. I mean, and you have to anticipate as you make a crash around first base that that there might be a bit of a bobble. And watch as Johnny Gomes comes in. I mean, that's an aggressive turn. If there's any bobble whatsoever by Andres Torres, he takes second standing up. And that's the kind of play the coaches and managers like. Anticipate. It's such a key word in any sport, but it really applies to baseball.
Well, as good as Bumgarner was in St. Louis with strike one, it's been the opposite here.
Yeah, he's been in the hole all day long. And they need to get some innings out of him today.
Casilla went 2 innings last night. The night off for the bullpen was on Monday. Only Javier Lopez pitched other than Matt Cain. And it just hasn't been there today for Bumgarner. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1. Stubbs to follow. Out of play. 3 and 2.
Well, you just hold your breath on all these counts that the Reds have had, as offensive as they are and as aggressive as they are. Every 1-0 count, every 2-0 count, every 3-1 count, every 3-2 count. Because that's when they can do some damage. This is the 6th 3-ball count that he's had today.
Runner goes, and that pitch wasn't close, so it's ball 4.
Well, that's going to bring out Dave Righetti. And that's going to get things going down in the Giants bullpen. Ramon Ramirez, the man with the rubber arm, going to go down and start getting greased up. Well, a reminder that Chronicle Live will be shown today at 5 p.m. and then again tonight at 11 p.m. It's presented by AutoTrader.com. You'll see it right here in Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. You can join host Greg Papa and And they'll talk to Greg Minuski from the Niners, Jim Harbaugh from Stanford, and they'll talk about Andrew Luck, the quarterback from Stanford, who is a major talent. You'll see all that and more tonight on Chronicle Live.
Here's Stubbs. Stubbs struck out looking to end the first inning. A double look to second, and the first pitch is low and in, so the pattern continues. Two and 0. Defense pretty much straight away. They were on the field a long time in the first, again here in the third. 3-0. And a strike. So
it's a tough decision now for Bruce Bochy. I mean, he wants to win this game, but he also knows that he's got to get some innings out of Madison Bumgarner.
Deep to left. And off the top of the wall. One run is going to score. Right behind Gomes is Hannigan, and it ends up being a triple. And it came on a 3-1 pitch.
A 3-1 challenge. And Drew Stubbs, with good power and in an ideal hitting situation, hits one high, and you're thinking it has a chance to get out of here. And Pat Burrow, who had a similar play last night, fighting the sun here, and he hits off his little finger of the glove. Now they're going to argue this. They're saying that he tagged the runner and that he showed the umpire the ball, and in doing so, it flipped out of his hand.
And you don't see this very often. This is trying to walk Janish intentionally. See, I don't think he ever had enough control of the glove, Mike, for you to say he had it long enough.
Well, that's going to be an error on Bumgarner. And that's going to do it for Bumgarner.
So, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. 8-1 Cincinnati. In the third, Heisey and Votto, bang, bang. They were out, and then Roland, Gomes, Hannigan, Stubbs have all reached. And here's Ramirez against Janish, and a call strike on the first pitch.
The numbers for Ramon Ramirez, solid year. And he's being asked to eat up some innings here today. And bang, bang, just like that. Quick 2 strikes to put the count at 1-2.
Ramirez will knock it down, recover, throw, and he throws it away. And Huff is hurt. Huff is hurt.
It's a dangerous play for a right-handed first baseman when he reaches into an oncoming base runner down the line. It's going to be 2 errors on the play. Going to be an error on the play, then an error on the throw. I'm not sure if he bumped his wrist or his elbow. I mean, I'm hoping it's the elbow and it's a funny bone. Nope. Wrist.
Just clipped it, huh?
Wow. You're talking about hold your breath. There's one guy you cannot lose.
Cannot. Sure, the Giants will keep an eye on Huff for the rest of the way.
One more look as you reach in to the oncoming runner.
He flipped his shoulder. Here's Homer Bailey. Bailey takes a strike. In error, charge to Ramirez trying to field it, and another on the throw. That's 3 errors in the inning. Line drive, right field. Ian will put it away. 4 runs here in the third. I mentioned earlier a challenge. They got a bigger challenge now.
National Fund. A $20 special event ticket will get you a Jewish-themed Giants beanie and a pregame performance by a klezmer band in Scoreboard Plaza. Ticket proceeds benefit the Jewish National Fund and other nonprofits within the Jewish community. For tickets to the Jewish Heritage Night, call 415-972-2298.
Here's Andres Torres, who bounced out in the first. Giants picked up a run in the second on 3 hits. But it's time to chip away. On the ground, Votto.
Homer!
He's playing way off the line.
Aubrey Huff taking inventory right as the inning ended. We'll go up and see if he can swing the bat. Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. Yeah, we're good. He's old school. But it did give us a scare. And you said something important there, partner. Chip away. That's the key phrase right now. 1 here, 2 here, 1 here. Pretty soon you're close.
Posey lined out to right field in the first inning. Giants are 23 and 23 in day games. I don't know why I needed to think that was an important stat, but I guess when you watch back-to-back, or not back-to-back, but 2 4-run innings, you start to think, they just don't play very well during day games. 23 and 23.
Yeah. I'm surprised they've had that many day games.
The 1-1 to Posey, and Posey bounces this one to Janish. 2 outs. And here's Huff.
It'll be interesting to see how that wrist feels as the game wears on, as when it stiffens up. I mean, we've seen a serious injury. Talk about Cliff Floyd, who was playing first base for the Montreal Expos a few years ago, and Todd Hundley came rolling down to first base and caught his hand that way and broke it in about 7 spots. And it really took him a long time.
He may not have ever been the same.
Serious injury.
Two balls and no strikes.
Dave Greshner, the head trainer for the Giants, And really a tremendous asset to this franchise. He has done an incredible job. And it's his job to keep guys going. Not an easy thing to do this time of year.
Huff rolls it to the backstop. 2 balls and 1 strike.
His hand came off the bat. It was the left wrist that got tweaked. And on that swing, he just let the hand come off the bat.
Base hit center field. I think Huff thought that ball was going to be caught. He stopped running.
I think Paul Janish, the shortstop, thought that ball was going to get caught. He can't believe he didn't catch that ball. Well, that was a strong top hand swing, so I got to believe that hand feels pretty good if he can do this. Because that was a laser. And that would have been a nice play by Janish. Classic bat head throw. One of the more level swings in this division.
Up and in to Pat Burrell. Burrell struck out looking in the second.
Now they're back to the chip away mode. This is the part of the lineup where the Giants could put a couple on the board quickly.
Two and 0.
And you hate to see this part of the lineup come up and not answer the 4 spot that the Reds put in the top of the 3rd. Because these are the guys that bring some thump.
And a 2-0 breaking ball for a strike.
That's respect with a 7-run lead.
Three and 1. That was James Hoy. He was into it. 3 balls and 1 strike. We saw Bailey throw a 2-0 breaking ball. Will he throw a 3-1? And Burrell got underneath it. It's Janish. And he makes the catch. No runs, a hit, 1 left. After 3, 8-1 Cincinnati.
In the game 5th inning, Ramon Ramirez got some fielding work from the bullpen. The Reds' Drew Stubbs hits a fair ball down the 3rd base line. Ramon hears heads up, turns around, and actually fields the ball, getting an interference call, which kept Stubbs to 2nd base. Mark Gardner told me today he just went, that's a fair ball. Bruce Bochy said after the game last night, hey, he did his job. He kept him at 2nd base, guys.
All right, any way you can. Phillips bunts this one foul. And it's no balls and 1 strike. 8-1 in favor of the Reds.
And normally I would kind of raise my eyebrow at a guy bunting a 7-run lead. But the way this ballpark is played and the way the Giants have swung the bat 2 nights in a row, I think it's acceptable. Now, if it was the 7th or 8th inning, I may have a problem with it.
Phillips is single and he's lined out. And he pops this one out to left field. It's Uribe. And Uribe puts it away. Now let's check out our AT&T trivia question. Can you name the last Giant before Freddie Sanchez to record consecutive 4-hit games? Here's Heisey. Heisey's flied out and popped out. Fastball is inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
And this really is, the job of the bullpen here. Just throw some zeros up. You mentioned the chip away mode that Giants offense is in right now, trying to get back into this ballgame down 7 runs, but it really requires some great work by the bullpen to allow that to happen.
Right back to Ramirez. 2 outs. And here's Votto. Votto was the second out recorded in the 3rd. Nobody on, 2 outs, and the Reds went on to score 4 times. No balls in 1 strike.
Nice first pitch changeup. Ramirez can give you a lot of different looks. I mean, he's got good stuff, and he's got movement, which he has command of, and that's a great combination. You need to have a guy in your bullpen that is a guy that can multitask for you. He can come in there and close out an inning late. He can even close a game for you if need be. But he also is a guy that can go through the lineup one time if you need him to give him 3 innings. If you need him to give you 3 innings, if you have an early TKO on your starter.
The 1-1 to Votto is in the dirt through the wickets of Buster Posey. 2 balls and 1 strike. Eight runs on 7 hits for the Reds. Giants with a run on 4 hits. Did well the other way again. Burrow back, and he's got another one. Joey Votto with his 2nd of the game, and it's 9-1.
He left the box, and he knew it. I mean, this is a humble home run trot he's putting on the reward race around the bags. But I'll tell you what, you want to know what a great opposite field approach looks like. Watch the shoulder, so strong, and his hips just fire right through the outside part. And he elevates this thing. 31st home run of the year. Wow. That is the way it's supposed to look.
Here's Roldan, who takes a strike.
Took a little while to get going, but once he got into his trot, it was quick.
And that's rolled foul. It's 0-2.
A legitimate shot, along with Albert Pujols. Both those guys have a legitimate shot to win a Triple Crown.
One and 2 to Scott Rowland. So the Reds have scored in every inning except the 2nd. It's as if they had it with the Giants. And Ramirez will flip to Aubrey Huff, and that will end the inning. It is now 9-1 Cincinnati.
Game come on down to Pedro's across from AT&T Park. It's the 4th annual fundraiser for Logan's Freedom Ride. It's hosted by Friends of the San Francisco Giants. Festivities start at 6 p.m. A bunch of your Giants are going to go, and you can purchase VIP access to get some autographs and meet some of your favorite Giants from 6 to 8 tonight, but it goes on much longer than that. Come on down, 4th annual Logan's Freedom Ride. You can check out all the details at freedomridesf.com. We'll be waiting for you, guys.
All right, thanks, Amy. As Jose Guillen leads it off, it'll be Guillen, Sandoval, and Uribe. And Homer Bailey throws, and there's a fastball at the knees for a strike. Guillen singled and scored in the 2nd. Bailey with no walks and 2 strikeouts. And the Giants know that they've got a tall task in front of them, but it all starts with base hits, base runners. Rockies are trying to do it against the Braves. They trailed 10-1. It's now 10-5. So Bailey about to throw pitch number 58 to Guillen. Guillen bounces it foul, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Giants with a day off tomorrow, and then the Diamondbacks in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Giants will have their 1, 2, and 3 starters going in that series. With Lincecum on Friday night, which means Lincecum then would pitch the final game of the homestand against the Colorado Rockies. And I believe that's on pace with Ubaldo Jimenez. 1-2. Out of play down the right field line. Rockies find themselves 5 back in the wild card race, so they have to feel that they're very much involved in this. But they also know that they're going to have to put together a run. High to Guillen. They've won the first 2 games in that series against the Atlanta Braves, and that's a good start. The 2-2 pitch. 3-2. The Rockies really have gone back to the old Rockies. They're 40-20 at home. They're 25-40 on the road.
I'm a little surprised by that, because since they've got the humidifier going and they've solved the baseball problem in Denver.
Breaking ball is high.
3-2 breaking ball in a 9-1 game. Interesting.
Here's our trivia question and answer brought to you by AT&T. Can you name the last Giant before Freddie Sanchez to record consecutive 4-hit games? Which Aurelio was in April of 2001.
Yeah, pretty spectacular year in 2001.
Sandoval singled in the second. And I guess John Hirschbeck said he went around. It's 0-1.
But when they solved the baseball problem in Colorado, and you started seeing normal baseball games, and you're seeing 1-0 games and shutouts and low run scoring games, which you never saw at Coors Field before they fixed the baseball. Once they did that, it kind of made the Rockies baseball.
And another hit for Sandoval.
It made Rockies home baseball pretty much like Rockies road baseball, and you thought that the big discrepancy that you used to see would go away, and you would start to see some normalcy to their win-loss record on the road compared to their win-loss record at home. But it hasn't happened. If I was a betting man, I'd have lost money. Let's put it that way.
Here's Uribe, and he takes a strike. In this spot in the second inning, just hit a rocket out to Triple's alley. That was tracked down.
Santiago Casilla starting to head down the pen. Giants need a big hit to just wake up the dugout, get them believing again.
This is a day where you can get the ball up and all of a sudden make some noise in a hurry. The Reds hit 3 home runs in the first inning. They've hit 4 in the game. Out of play, it's 1-2. That's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. What the Reds want to prevent is keeping the Giants from thinking they can actually get back into this game. One and 2 to Juan Uribe. Deanna at second, Sandoval at first. This is hit out to right field as Heisey will come in and make the catch. And here's Freddie Sanchez. Nate Schultz has come out. He will hit for the pitcher unless Sanchez will hit into a double play. (9-1) Cincinnati. The table has been set this inning, and the Giants hoping to take advantage of that. And a breaking ball for a strike.
It has not been a walk in the park for Homer Bailey. That last pitch, number 7, that's a lot of throws with one out in the fourth.
Into right field, headed towards the corner. And this is going to be a foul ball.
Bailey's high pitch count really spiked in the second inning through 34 pitches. He only gave up the 1 run, but he used a lot of bullets.
Two to Sanchez. Low.
In every game, there has to be one hit that gets everybody believing, gets everybody back on the same page. And the hottest man in the league is in the batter's box right now.
1-2. On the ground, it could be a pair. 6, 4, 3. And that'll end the inning. It remains 9-1 Cincinnati.
Tuesday, September 1st, and you ask what's the dynamic deal of the week? Well, you can get a View Reserve left field ticket for all 3 games versus the Rockies for $6. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday is 6:15 special time. All for $6. That's right. To purchase tickets, you go to sfgiants.com. Get out here. We're having a ball. We need you here.
Here's Gomes, who takes a pitch down low. It'll be Gomes, Hannigan, and Stubbs. 9-1 Cincinnati here in the 5th inning. Uribe to Huff. 1 out.
The last game of the Reds' 9-game road trip. So you know what they're thinking.
They're thinking, get on it with a win.
If they go on to win this ball game, that means they will have had a 6-3 road trip. And this traditionally has not been a good swing for them coming out to the West Coast.
Here's Ryan Hannigan, who has scored twice. And that pitch is down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Make it 2-0. And a high pop-up down the right field line and out of play. Reds and Cardinals chasing each other in the Central, but also Both teams very much involved in the wild card. The 2-1 pitch to Hannigan is on the ground to third. Sandoval on the back end. He will zip it across the diamond in time. So here's Stubbs. Stubbs has hurt the Giants. Tripled high off the wall in the third inning. He ended up scoring when Bumgarner, trying to walk Janish intentionally, threw it to the backstop, and then covering home, he dropped the throw from Posey. 2 balls and no strikes.
Ramirez has done a nice job keeping things calm.
There's a strike. Give you an idea of what teams that are involved in the wild card race, which would be the Giants and the Phillies. 3-2. The Reds schedule the rest of the way 35 more games. 25 are against teams that are 5 games under 500 and worse. So the schedule's very much in favor of the Cardinals and the Reds to get to the wild card. 25 out of the last 35. Here's Janish. Down low, 1-0. See the standings in the West. Padres are playing tonight. There's a fastball high, 2-0. The Reds have a 3-game series at home coming up against the Cubs. The pitch is wide and it's 3-0. So Ramirez may be running out of gas.
Well, that was the 32nd pitch that he's thrown. He's been pretty economical. Here we see the National League Central with the Reds on top of the 2.5-game lead over the Cardinals. And those are the records you were talking about. The rest of the National League Central scuffling.
3-1. 3-2.
But you know, and I know, even though you're playing a team that doesn't have a winning record, there's no such thing as an easy win. I mean, you've got to play good baseball to win your division. You've got to play good baseball to get to the playoffs.
Pulled on the ground, foul. The Reds have 6 more games against Houston. They have 9 more games against Milwaukee. Out of all that bunch, Milwaukee will play you tough. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch is low and away.
Ramirez not happy with that call. He thought he had strike 3. And that's going to be it for Ramirez. No, it's Dave Rigetti coming out, I beg your pardon. I thought for a minute there that was a skipper.
Well, out of the corner of your eye, yeah. I've done that.
Yeah, I think Rigetti's just calmed down. I mean, you saw the frustration after the 3-2 pitch. Ramirez thought he made strike 3. He thought the inning was over.
Here's Homer Bailey. Bumgarner got 2 outs in the 3rd inning, a quick 2, and then he gave up 4. Ramirez got 2 quick outs in the 4th, and he gave up the home run to Joey Votto. 2 quick outs in the 5th, and 2 walks, 1 to Stubbs and 1 to Janish. One ball and 1 strike.
Homer Bailey, as we found out, has got a pretty good swing. Not a guy to take lightly.
A little flip job into right field, and this is going to fall. As Guillen kicks it around, and a run is going to score, and that's Stubbs. So it's now 10-1. So a single and an RBI, and now Bruce Bochy is coming out. Giants have also made their 4th error in the game. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. We'll be back.
Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
So it's Santiago Casilla into pitch. 10-1 Cincinnati. Another run scored after the first 2 outs were recorded.
There's the numbers for Santiago Casilla, the 37th time that he has taken the ball for Bruce Bochy. And he has had a fantastic season. 42 strikeouts in 39 innings. Just 31 hits allowed.
Here's Phillips. Phillips is 1 for 3. Fontenot is now at second base. Swing. We got an old-fashioned Coors Field game, don't we?
Yes, we do. It was a 10-1 ball game. Atlanta over the Colorado Rockies. And now it is a 10-8 game. Atlanta clinging to a 2-run lead.
And that will not be the final score.
No. Which we used to always say on a nightly basis.
0-2 to Phillips. And that got Phillips on the hand, I think.
Bringing out the trainer. I think it got him on the wrist.
Right wrist or right forearm.
I don't know. Maybe it got the knob. I'm not sure what it hit from that angle.
He may be asking him to check to see if he swung.
Now you can see plate umpire John Hirschberg saying the ball hit him.
Yeah, but I think they're asking about the swing.
Yeah, I think that is what the argument's about. I think Boch just wants him to huddle up.
Yeah, he's going to ask now, and watch this. Yeah, okay. That's all I wanted.
Did he swing? No. Well, you know how we felt when Aubrey Huff reached into the base pass and was collided with and dropped his glove, and he went in the middle of the infield for a bit, shaking his wrist, his left wrist, and we all kind of held our breath. Well, they're doing that in Cincinnati right now because one guy they cannot lose is this guy right here, Brandon Phillips. Darren Baker with the old man.
Well, that loads the bases for Chris Heisey. Weird game. 2 walks, a single. and a batter hit by a pitch.
Well, 4 Giants errors. That's another weird thing.
It's Janish, Bailey, and Phillips. And that goes third to first. Off the top of the backstop. Very close to Rob Nen.
Rob Nen here today with his wife Jenny and his 2 girls.
Sneaking into the city, huh?
Yeah, unannounced. Not like Kirk Reeder.
Yeah, it's true. There's a strike. 1-2. Casilla going after Chris Heisey, and it's low, and it's 2-2.
Pretty good pitch. And a great take. It's not that easy to lay off at that velocity when you're trying to protect a 1-2 count. The last strike, the last out of this 5th inning has been hard to find.
Do it. A run in. There's Rob Nen. Looks as good.
Ball Boys is in the house. Dusty Baker's son, Darren. He's a few years older than when most of you are going to remember him, when he gave us one of the most memorable moments of the World Series back in 2002. We take you there now. Kenny Lofton's up to bat. Happens to be Darren's favorite player, ropes a triple, and Darren runs out to grab his favorite player's bat and doesn't realize there's still some action going on. JT Snow went into dad mode, scooped him up, and it's a moment we'll never forget. I bet Dusty won't ever forget that, too. I think his heart leapt out and actually set an age limit for ball boys. Guys?
Well, it certainly caught everybody by surprise. He was just a little guy then. He was only 3.
A 3-year-old bat boy. I mean,
here's Fontenot. You know what? There may be a time, let's say 30 years from now, when Darren's going to drag JT out of some place.
Well, that can happen.
You know?
That's a good, excellent call.
So it goes around, comes around. There's Fontenot takes on. There's a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike.
But it's amazing as to how much he has changed in 8 years. And that's what happens. Kids change so fast.
Two and two. We were doing radio, and you know, you're describing what's going on, and you're watching. Really, you know the runner's going to score, so you take your eyes off of the runner. Fontenot takes low, and then you try to pick up who hit the ball and where he's going to end up. I never saw JT grab Darren Baker until there was a replay.
There's JT Snow. He hadn't changed a whole lot.
JT is not. Yeah, Benji Molina was the catcher.
But it was a pretty good play. JT got him.
Like, was that Mike Riley behind the dish?
It was Mike Riley. And JT said, "You okay, little guy?" And Darren said, "Yes, I am."
Yes. How about you? You doing okay, too?
The soft hands of JT Snow. You want him rescuing your kid.
Once he got a hold of Darren. Now he was not getting away. 1 ball and no strikes. Torres has bounced out twice. Giants need 9 to tie and 10 to take the lead.
Well, it can happen.
There's a little flare out to right. That's going to fall. You're hot. You're hot. And now here comes Buster Posey.
Well, we saw another 10-1 game around the league today. Turn, and now it's 10-8 with the Rockies hitting in the 6th inning with 2 outs and 2 on. So, I mean, hey, it could happen.
Here's Posey. Posey took a good rip, and it's 0-1.
Last night he impressed everybody going inside out and launching one deep in the center field stands. He does something every day to amaze you. And he did with one swing of the bat last night.
Fouls it back, nothing in 2.
Homer Bailey is making some serious location mistakes here. You see what he has done in just 288 at-bats amongst the rookie leaders in the National League.
And he got him with a fastball. I don't know if Buster Posey is going to be upset about that last one. But a couple prior to that, he might be upset.
Yeah, a couple of those breaking balls he is going to think about.
Here's Aubrey Huff. Huff had an infield. Check that. He had a line drive base hit in the 3rd.
Well, it was a swing of the bat that we knew his hand was okay. A hand that he collided with a base runner run down the first base line, and it really hurt him for a while. He led off the next inning. Actually, he didn't lead off, but he actually came up the next inning and had a great at bat. Kind of a bat where you said, no, I'm not worried about that injury anymore.
Not at all. One ball and one strike to Aubrey Huff. Fontenot at second. At first is Andres Torres. Slowly hit. Bailey will flip it to Votto. Both runners advance. 2 outs. And here's Pat Burrell. Mike will be departing after the ball game to see his grandchild. So have fun.
Yeah, I'm anxious to meet the little guy.
FP will be in for the next 3 games starting on Friday night. My back hurts already.
Somewhere in this great land, FP is cringing.
FP did fine the last time. He will be very good this time.
He's a good man, that Frank Paul Santangelo. And I thank him for picking me up.
Strike to Burrell. Burrell fouls this one out of play. It's 0-2. Listen to FP coming in this morning. sitting in for Gary Radich.
A lot of guys over there in Canby are taking some vacation time. Brian Murphy's been off the morning show all week.
Burrow, line drive, base hit. Down the right field line is going to score a pair. And Burrow's going to be held to a single, but the Giants now making a little noise.
Well, they needed to make some noise, especially in this part of the lineup. If they were going to have a chance, I know it's a slim one when you're down by 9, but if you're going to have a chance, you have to make some noise. And there are certain parts of the lineup that you cannot let slide without putting up a number on the board. And this will get them 2 runs closer. Nice opposite field swing of the bat and location mistake for Homer Bailey.
Here's Guillen, who is single and he's walked. He pops this one back and out of play. He takes a healthy rip.
Yeah, that's a good swing. And that's the one thing about his hack when you're watching him. He's very seldom that he gets out of balance. I mean, big buggy whip, but when that front foot drops, everything is in sync. And as it turns out, look at that body between the feet. I mean, a perfect line. That is a balanced swing.
A long run for Heisey, and Heisey is going to take on the mound and make the catch and end the inning. Giants pick up a pair. It's now 10-3 Cincinnati.
The Coors Light Freeze Cam, we're going to take a look by the way of the ultra slow, the 4-seam fastball. That's one of the grips that Madison Bumgarner uses. And this is a slider. That's his breaking ball. And then he'll show you the circle changeup. And there you see the circle with his thumb and his forefinger. And those are the grips of Madison Bumgarner. That's our Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by the Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Here's Joey Votto facing Jeremy Affeldt, the 4th Giants pitcher. And a strike, the former Cincinnati Red, Jeremy Affeldt. Votto on the ground into the hole. Uribe on the backhand, and then the cannon that he's got throws him out.
Nice play. Joey Votto and Albert Pujols have this race for a lot of things, but both guys have a legitimate chance to make baseball history and win a triple crown. Votto leads Pujols in the batting race by a point. That's coming into today's ball game. Pujols has 4 more homers and 6 more RBIs. There was an article today by Buster Olney, and he talks about how historic it would be if somebody were to win that triple crown. Kari Yastrzemski was the last player to win the triple crown with the '67 Red Sox, and Joe Medwick was the last National League player to win a triple crown as a member of the 1937 Cardinals.
Roland swings and misses. Well, there's a couple of things that can throw a wrench into the whole triple crown deal as you see the numbers for Affeldt. And that's like a guy like Carlos Gonzalez can lead the league in hitting. Or Martin Prado can lead the league in hitting. But it is fun to watch 2 guys get after it. Adam Dunn's got 31. Roland takes in tight, 2-2.
But to lead the league in home runs, RBIs, and batting average.
Also helps if you got a good park to hit in, and they do. He's a kid from Canada. 3-2 to Scott Rowland. And Rowland's going to stay alive by shooting this one into the club level.
And here are the comparisons. This is today's numbers added to the totals I was talking about. Votto ahead of Pujols at batting average by 2 points. Votto with 2 home runs today, tied with Dunn, 2 behind Pujols. And in the RBI totals, just 3 separate the 2. So, I mean, we obviously watch a lot of the races in the divisions around baseball, but this is going to be a race that is going to be very interesting to watch as it heads to the end of the season.
A line shot at Burrow. Well, I get 3 days that are more interesting than that.
What's that?
August 3rd, 4th, and 5th, when the Reds will travel to St. Louis.
September?
Yes.
There are 3 games remaining. Well, the series that those 2 teams had back in Cincinnati sort of sets the stage for that series. They had a huge fight, a very aggressive fight. The Cardinals were going to sweep the Reds in Cincinnati. But there is no love between the teams. So I will be watching that 3-game set.
We're going to take, you and I will take those 3 days off, and we'll just park ourselves and watch those games.
We don't have to anymore, big boy. We have an iPad. We can watch it anywhere we want. Dusty Baker.
So what are the Giants doing last week? Hit on the ground to Sandoval, to his left. That'll end the inning. Janish, by the way, on those days, we play in the Dodgers in L.A.
Insurance. To find your local Farmers agent, call 800-FARMERS today. By Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. And by Verizon Wireless, introducing the Droid X, the next generation of does.
All right, let's check out our McDonald's game summary. It goes like this. All Cincinnati, 10-3, a couple of 4-run innings, 8 2-out RBIs, 4 home runs. Burrow's got a double. Bumgarner got knocked out after 2 2/3. But here's Pablo Sandoval. By the way, that was our McDonald's game summary.
Nice going.
Sandoval fouls it out of play, and it's no balls and 1 strike. We got a new second baseman.
Chris Valleca.
Is that Valleca?
Yeah, just made his major league debut the other day. Got a first big league base hit in this series.
So Valleca.
The kid from UCSB.
Valleca at second, the 1-1 to Sandoval, and he shoots it back and out of play. Sandoval a single in the second. Sandoval a single in the 4th. The Souvenir found a happy home. Mom's embarrassed. 1-2 with Uribe to follow. Giants need some more base runners. And Sandoval attacks that and fouls it out of play. Bailey pitching here in the 6th inning. The 1-2 pitch. And he gets Sandoval on a breaking ball.
Well, the Diamondbacks are coming to town this weekend. That's right. Giants take a day off tomorrow, but it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the D-backs. Friday is an Irish night. You can go to sfgiants.com/special events for more information. And then Saturday, it's a 6:05 start time. And it's also Joe DiMaggio Seals bobblehead presented by Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area for the first 20,000 fans. So come on out. Check us out. It's sfgiants.com. Get yourself some tickets.
Down the right field line and out of play. Did I just see Jim Lynch's parents?
You did. Jim Lynch, our distinguished award-winning director.
Yeah. No balls and 1 strike. High pop-up down the left field line and out of play. Did you call me distinguished?
Yeah, I did. You think I stretched a little bit?
I thought you had to graduate from Cal Poly to be distinguished.
No, you only have to complete 3 years of Cal Poly to be distinguished.
Look out. What's that college Jim went to?
Absorbing Junior College?
Yeah. He was #1 in his class, I heard.
Yes, he was.
Oh, 2 to Uribe. Kind of a tomahawk shot as the fan in the upper deck brought his glove. See, fans here, they are, if anything,
optimistic.
That's the word. See, that's what FP's going to have to do. He better be ready.
you gotta fill in.
Rollins got it. Rollins spins around, throws, not in time.
Oh, wow. That thing had big league written all over it.
I don't even think Roland got it clean there. I think at one point it hit the ground.
Well, I mean, to get himself up and get a throw off. And then on the other end of the play, Joey Votto digging a nasty high hopper to the backhand. But this is a 7-time Gold Glover right here, Scott Rowland. And watch how quickly he gets back to the balance point to where he can get a throw off. This, I think, is the most remarkable part about the play. A lot of parts working right here. And they almost pulled it off. And here's the back end of that play, which is just as impressive. And Uribe just does beat it out.
Here's Sherholtz.
And you can see the reaction. Very stoic.
Hit on the ground. Fair ball. That'll go over the mound. It'll kick a bit away from Heisey. And holding at third is Uribe with a 7-run deficit. You can't be taking any chances.
No. You got to really protect your momentum. And you cannot run yourself into an out when you're down 7 runs. So Tim Flannery, the Giants third base coach, staying conservative. Had it been a tie ball game, you may have seen him pull the trigger and challenge the relay.
Dusty Baker's coming out. He is going to make a pitching change when it's time for a change. Think Speedy oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back. 6 p.m. Matt Morrison and Damon Andrews, they'll do the honors. We'll get full Giants coverage of this game. They're going to talk about what a marvelous comeback the Giants had. And then the wild card report and Vernon Davis at camp. The update on Vernon Davis tonight at 6, Sportsnet Central, right here in Comcast Sportsnet, Bay Area. So the numbers for Bill Bray.
24th time he's come into a game.
And that ball gets away, and here comes Uribe.
It's not the way you want to come into the bullpen, or out from the bullpen into a game. And it didn't even close. Hannigan just gets eaten up with that one hopper way out in front of home plate. And a heads up by Uribe, and it's a 10-4 game.
Fontenot batting for the second time. He drew a walk in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Obviously, the Reds playing the infield back. 1 and 2. Fontenot's going to have to take a little out of that swing to get this run in.
Well, Bray's got a very good slider, man. That's a strikeout pitch.
These are runs you have to pick up if you're going to come back in this game. And he's going to do it. It'll be Paleka who makes the play, but coming in is Nate Sherholt.
It's a 10-5 game. And there's your incentive plan right there. Remember, that was a 10-1 ball game with Atlanta on top of Colorado at one point, and they've crawled back to within 2. So the Giants making some noise here. And now you need like 2 out thunder.
Here's Torres. Torres hits a drive to left, but it's going to stay in the park to Gomes, and that'll end the inning. Giants pick up a pair through 6. 10-5 Reds.
Going to share it with you again. Aubrey Huff, such a stand-up guy, flew out 7-year-old Jeff Turner and his entire family from Texas. Jeff is undergoing chemotherapy, battling a tumor that was on his kidney. It was removed. He flew the entire family out. He found out about Jeff's situation from a high school friend, and Jeff really wanted to see them play the Reds, so Aubrey said, come on out. He spent each day of this series talking with the family, giving Jeff some hugs and motivation. Best of luck to him, and you can check out the entire story on Aubrey's blog, Huff Daddy, sfgiants.com. Fellas?
Absolute tremendous story. And those are the stories that you can't talk about it enough.
Well, he's that kind of a guy, and this is a story that just kind of he did on his own, and the fact that the Giants kind of dug it out of him. I mean, it's not things that he does for brownie points. He does it because he really cares about these kids.
Romo to Hannigan, and it's a ball and a strike. 10-5. Rob Nen just stopped by with his wife Jendi and their 2 girls. It's great to see him. Absolutely great to see him. There's the numbers for Romo. Maybe top 3 favorite Giants ever.
He's a good one.
So you would be one.
Nice work.
Nen 2.
We need to do that. We need to make a list of our top 10 favorites.
You could never talk about it.
That's true. We could never talk about it.
Because you start leaving guys out, and all of a sudden you're in trouble.
We could kill a morning on the patio at the Starbucks in Arizona.
We could. We could do a top 50. And again, retired.
So that was a nasty breaking ball. It is a Romo special, and we have seen him be so consistent with that pitch throughout the season.
Here's Stubbs.
I mean, it's a big frisbee, but it's a late snap, and he gets a lot of swing throughs with it. What a weapon!
I didn't realize Rob Nen's here for the Giants Community Fund Golf Tournament tomorrow. So he's going to be here at the park with Kirk Reeder on Friday.
It's fun to be around those two when they get together. Great friends, and they've maintained their friendship since they've been out of the game. Not easy to do. Rob Nen lives in Southern California, and Kirk Reeder lives in Hoyleton, Illinois. But they make a great effort to get the families together. Both Nen and Reeder with 2 daughters.
There's a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nen's oldest girl in the 8th grade, his youngest girl going to be in the 3rd grade.
Jendi was pregnant with the youngest one during the World Series season. One-two pitch. He was just saying, he walks around the ballpark, people ask for his autograph. His youngest daughter is looking at him like, what the heck do they want that for, Dad?
Who are you? What's the deal? And it means the world when you come back to your stadium, to your city you played in, and people remember you. It means the world.
Stubbs retired.
Another nasty slider from Romo. And you look at the release and the amount of drop that breaking ball has. You don't always appreciate the type of two-plane break that pitch has until you see it from the side.
Optical illusion.
It really is.
Here's Janish. Janish fights one off, lifts it off the bullpen mound down the left field line. Janish 0 for 2 with a walk. Good pitch to make it 0-2. There's 3 guys that Romo is facing today that haven't seen a whole lot of Romo ever, and that is always going to play into the strength of Sergio Romo, just because of that excellent sidearm breaking ball that he's got. 1-2. He's already struck out Hannigan and Stubbs. One and two. And this is lined past Sandoval, a fair ball. And digging for 2 is Janish, and he's got a double. Once again, that elusive third out after the first 2 retire.
And there have been a couple of 1-2-3s. It happened back in the second inning for Bumgarner. Then it happened with Jeremy Athel. Now, how fair was this ball?
Oh, that's a foul ball.
Bob Davidson?
Trying to work on my homer calls here. Mike Leake is going to hit. 1 ball and no strikes to Leake.
Mike Leake, former starting pitcher. Now he's in the bullpen. But he can hit. Right down the middle.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Hirschbeck, man, he's got some width to his plate. And there's not a pitcher in the league that doesn't appreciate it, except for the guy hitting.
1 and 2. Well, if Leake is such a good hitter, let's find out. He's hitting .348, 16 for 46 with 3 RBIs.
How many strikeouts?
Leake 13. 14. And that'll end the inning. Thanks for setting me up.
Not a bit.
10-5 Reds.
You see the score, 10-5. And if you were thinking about what is happening in Colorado in that game between Atlanta and Colorado, it was a 10-1 ball game. We'll tell you in a minute. Right now, we're going to look at Andrzejczyk's numbers. 43rd time he's come in, 29 strikeouts in 42 innings. He's got a fastball that goes low 90s with a splitter and a slurvy breaking ball.
So it's Andrzejczyk, the big 6'8" right-hander, against Buster Posey.
And in that game in Colorado, where the Braves are leading 10-1, that game is now tied. So it can be done.
And this is playing like Coors Field. Perfect. Never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
The 1-0 pitch. Posey fouls it out of play. Posey's 0 for 3. Guess what Buster Posey gets tomorrow?
He gets a day off.
Yes, he does. A full day off.
Well, actually, it'll be 2 days.
Yeah, he's got the half a day today and the half a day Friday.
It's 2 days.
On Sherry, beautiful. 1-1 pitch to Posey. Ooh, good pitch, 1-2. Undersack pitched an inning on Monday and gave up 4 runs. Out of play.
And there's the numbers we're talking about, from 10-1 to 10-10. Stay tuned.
Come on, the Atlanta Braves. Good team. Posey down the right field line. That'll be a souvenir.
Well, we thought so when we saw him in Atlanta.
They lost the first 2 games in that series to the Rockies. And tight to Buster Posey, Aubrey Huff, and then Pat Burrell. We keep asking this part of the lineup to do something, and they did it in the 5th. Posey holds up. No swing. 3-2.
See, I think it's kind of like an unwritten rule that an umpire won't ring up a catcher on a check swing after August 1st because they've been in the squat for too many days.
Probably a good rule.
No, he's made that up, but just throwing it out there.
Posey dribbles it to third. Rolling. Got him. All right, let's go to Amy G.
All right, fellas, it is that time for the poll question. Check it out at csnberry.com. It's brought to you today by Pacific Specialty Insurance. Which player's resurgence over the past 2 games has surprised you most? Let us know what you think, and then check out the results on Giants Postgame Live. Gentlemen.
All right, thanks, Amy. I swallowed a yawn.
Let's take a look at the call by first base umpire James Hoy. Was he out? Yes, he was. Good call.
Aubrey Huff is 1 for 3. And then Burrell. Giants down by 5. By the way, the Rockies are now just taking the lead. Troy Tulowitzki knocked in the lead run. Huff hits this one out into center field. It's right at Stubbs. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Burrell.
Well, this is the time of year where you can see some big comebacks. And one of the reasons for it is you got some bullpens that are torched. They are limping towards the September 1st call-up date when you can bring some help in. And this is really when you're most vulnerable to injury as a pitching staff.
Burrell knocked in a pair of runs with a 2-out single in the 5th inning.
May have got a piece of somebody. I don't know if it was.
Well, Hirschbeck's looking at Hannigan like, you know what, kid, you got to help me out.
Yeah, I think you're right. Hannigan did not do much blocking. It was Hirschbeck that took the blunt of this one.
Okay, he's jumping out of the way, and
in all defense of Hannigan, that was kind of a tough one to block.
Burrow goes around. You don't see that too often. 2-2. So
what's the score now in Colorado?
12-10. the Rockies.
Yeah.
And Burrow out on a pitch in the dirt to end the inning. We will head to the 8th. It's 10-5 Cincinnati.
And you go to sfgiants.com and you can get some tickets. Irish Night on Friday. Saturday, they're giving away a Joe DiMaggio bobblehead presented by Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, the first 20,000 fans. So get out here. We're having fun.
So Brian Wilson on the hill. Here's Valakia. He will lead things off. And Valakia takes a strike.
The numbers for Brian Wilson, 53rd time he's come into a game. They've been spectacular, as he has been all year long. Another all-star season for the Giants closer.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. Cody Ross is now in left field. Extendo swing from Valaika.
You had a pretty good extendo.
Who did?
You did.
I didn't need one. I was too close to the plate.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like every time I pitch out, I take 14 to 15 pitches to get you.
I went the other way. I shortened my arms on the inside corner. I went alligator arms. Hit out to right field is Guillen back, and he will put it away. Here's Chris Heisey. A lot of activity out in the Cove.
There's the Ruby.
Ruby's empty, but that other one's full. Oh, looks like they mean business. As he takes low.
It's like a SEAL team out there on a mission.
It does. Uh-oh. Look at action. One and 0 to Heisey. Off the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. Remember, the Diamondbacks will be in town on Friday night. Diamondbacks are in San Diego tonight. And they will be in San Diego tomorrow night as well. Friday night, 6:30, Giants pregame live. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1. On deck is Joey Votto. And the walk.
Well, Joey Votto has been something else today, and we're going to make his 2 home runs the opposite way, our Dodge Ram drives of the game. He did this in the first inning off Madison Bumgarner. And then against Ramon Ramirez in the 4th inning, he did the same thing. 2 impressive swings of the bat, our Dodge Ram drives of the game.
Couple of all-stars going at it, Wilson and Votto fouls it out of play. Reds will also have the day off tomorrow. And they will welcome in the Chicago Cubs. 0-2, it'll be Johnny Cueto against Tom Gorzolani. So Cueto coming off the suspended list. Heisey with his lead, 1 out, 10-5 Cincinnati. Line drive, base hit.
He can hit.
Votto his 3rd hit.
You watch the swing from Votto as he loads, drops that elbow in the slot, and defends the strike zone. 2 strikes going right back up the middle. Really, really gets that ball into him deep. Just very compact swing with power. I mean, that's what's unique about Votto. Votto started the day at 323. It's been a 3-hit day for him, a 3-for-5 day. He's hitting 326 now.
Low to Scott Rowland. Rowland's got a hit in 4 at-bats. Giants have 6 more outs in this game, and they trail by 5. Two and 1. Wilson thrown 15 pitches. He has not pitched in this series. Swing and a miss. 2 and 2. He last pitched on Friday night when he got his 35th save, and that was a win for Madison Bumgarner against the Cardinals. 2 and 2 to Rowland. Rowland down the right field line, headed to the bricks, but falls short. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nice play. And you meet new friends, give them high fives.
Making friends. Rowland now swinging.
96 to him right through the inside corner at the knees. And if you're going to throw a fastball by Scott Rowland, you better bring some thump, and he does. Again, we talk about the compact power of Joey Votto, the hitter. Well, this is compact power. Brian Wilson, the pitcher.
Here's Johnny Gomes. Gomes has homered. He's singled. He's bounced out twice. Is that a good game? And he looks at a strike. Heisey at second. Votto at first. Just inside.
Oh, it's a good pitch. Wilson thought he had it. He doesn't show emotion on the mound. I mean, it's one thing about him. He is very businesslike. And he just feels that you need to give a hitter the luxury to know that you rattle it all.
And a strike to Gomes, and it's 1-2. Rockies win the ball game by a final of 12-10.
Amazing comeback. That's a historical comeback.
Off the end of the bat for Gomes. So they sweep the Atlanta Braves. They'll have a day off tomorrow, and then they will welcome the Dodgers in for the weekend. It'll be a spirited weekend in Denver. popped up. Somebody's going to have to catch it. It's going to be Andres Torres, and that'll do it. So Wilson strands a pair for the Giants. They need some base runners. Vernon Davis, get an update from the 49ers camp. Check out the wild card race in full coverage of this comeback. It'll be Guillen, Sandoval, and Uribe trying to make a dent into this 5-run lead that the red zone right now, as we are in the home half of the 5th. First pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. Again takes a strike. Again singled in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, popped out in the 5th. Rolls this one foul.
Reds have really been going at Guillen with a lot of breaking balls.
It's a good move. They're keeping the house. Yeah. 1 and 2.
Very, very well said.
And a shot into left field, the base hit. So here come the Giants, as John Miller likes to say. And here's Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval's got a couple of singles. Fans get to see Andrusak out of the stretch for the first time. There's a shot in the left field, a base hit. Guillen will go to third, and Sandoval's got his 3rd hit.
And all of a sudden, everybody starts to sit up a little more straighter in the Giants dugout. And there's your inspiration. If the Colorado Rockies could come back down 10-1, why can't the Giants? Opposite field swing of the bat. And this is what we've seen the Panda do here as he's been hot. If you pitch him away, he goes away. And I mean, left-handed, right-handed makes no difference. He is locked in. Another 3-hit day for Sandoval. Really has enjoyed coming back to San Francisco. Off the road trip, he is on fire.
Here's Uribe. Minimum, no balls and 1 strike.
It's the 10th 3-hit day of the season for Sandoval.
Uribe, high drive, left field. It is out of here.
Game on.
Brings the crowd into this game.
A fastball that just lays right out across the plate at the belt. And Uribe says, thank you. And I'll look to the side. And look at the crowd.
In the first row.
I mean, that was a top spin line drive that got yanked out of here. That's how strong he is.
So we'll have a double switch as Dusty Baker comes out. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
1959? I thought you were broadcasting that game.
I will tell you about it in a minute.
All right, well, it was a 9-8 victory. The Giants coming back with 9 runs scored the last 3 innings. An 8-run deficit, the largest comeback in the San Francisco era. And the key hit was Michael Aga with an RBI single off of Rob Dibble. And the Giants, with a 5-run in the 9th, came back to win that ball game. And all the regulars were out. All the Scribinis on the bench were in the game. And it was a very significant win for that 1989 Giants team. And where were you?
I was at John Muir Hospital in Walnut Creek. Michelle was in labor with our daughter Dannon, and she yelled at the doctor to turn the TV off because we were watching the game. I'm here. So here's Cody Ross facing Arthur Rhodes, and a shot into left field, a base hit.
Well, we talked about this guy. When he put a Giants uniform on, he was going to bring some emotion, and he would get some big hits. This is just the kind of a moment where he shines, and a very significant thing. First pitch he sees, he puts himself on base, and now Arthur Rhodes is going to face the tie and run. 59th time he has come in. He has been remarkable this year. A 3-to-1 strikeout walk ratio, and his hits allowed in his body of work is ridiculous. He has been dominant.
Here's Fontenot. Heisey goes to left field, and Bruce is in right field. One and 0 to Fontenot. Fontenot with a base hit to left field. Back-to-back hits off of Arthur Rhodes.
And that's 5 straight hits. And there are still no outs. Mike Fontenot with another emotional at bat. Just going the other way. Shorten up. Get quick.
Slap shot.
Let your hands think for themselves. Slap shot.
Here's Andres Torres. Line drive, base hit! Here comes Rose! Here comes Fontenot! This game is tied! Unbelievable. Well, they got the crowd into it now.
And there's some goosebumps all over this ballpark, and there's your inspiration. It happened in Colorado, and it's happening here. A fastball that cuts away from the target, middle in, and Torres just spins on it, rakes it right over the head of Scott Rowland. And Tim Flannery did not hesitate, waving Mike Fontenot in to tie this game.
Here's Buster Posey. And Posey, it's a high fly ball to right. This should get Torres. Bruce is underneath it. Torres moves over to third. And Aubrey Huff's going to be the hitter.
Good at bat, productive out. Another look at Andres Torres as he delivers the double that ties this score. Another emotional swing of the bat. And the reaction from the Giants dugout, led by the Panda. And they're believing it, folks.
Infield in, Rhodes facing Aubrey Huff. And a fastball for a strike. Aubrey Huff has had 12 at-bats against Arthur Rhodes. He's done okay. He's 3 for 12. He's got a double and a couple of home runs. Infield in. Out of play, and now Rhodes can go for the strikeout. Rowan is on deck. If Huff gets the runner in, then Wilson stays in the game. Fly ball, right field. Bruce underneath it. He's got it. Here comes the throw. Not in time. And now the Giants get to keep Wilson in the game. Huge.
And you see Aaron Rowan tell him to stay up. And Andres Torres not taking any chances. That's a slide with style points. And look at the hoop and a holler from Andres Torres as he gives the Giants a lead.
And here's Wilson.
A lead for the first time today.
Wilson might be instructed not to swing. It's going to be hard for him to do that. One ball and one strike.
6 consecutive hits here in the 8th inning. And the Giants take the lead. Wow.
1-2. $36,310. And Wilson will bounce this one. And that'll end the inning. This crowd is very much into this game. The Giants, with the help of Uribe's 3-run home run, bye-bye baby, have taken the lead. It's 11-10 Giants. Here's Wilson facing Hannigan. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Hannigan has scored a couple of runs. He's knocked in a pair. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And you really have to fight yourself out there on the mound and control your rhythm. I mean, this is a great story. It's been written today, but there's a lot of work to be done, and you can't get victimized by the fast pace of what has happened here. And for Brian Wilson, he just has to slow it down, but he is so good at doing.
2 balls and 1 strike. Wilson went in to pitch the 8th for some work. Now things have changed. 2-2.
Now, one of his biggest attributes, I think, is his ability to control the moment. And this is an incredible amount of emotion that surrounds this game. And he just has to just slow things down, be in control.
Two and 2 to Hannigan. Aubrey Huff will give chase. He will run out of room. And that's 28 pitches for Wilson. I know he can go 50.
Well, he can today. And they have an off day tomorrow. But right now, I mean, knowing him, he is way into this emotion of this ball game.
Yeah. 1 out. Stubbs. Stubbs is 1 for 3. Just inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Another effort by Aubrey Huff, but he will run out of room.
Maintenance. One button too many was undone.
Sandoval backs up on a tough hop. Sandoval's throw is high. And the tying run is at second.
You know, he knew he had to hurry. Stubbs is one of the fastest guys in the league. I mean, it gives you an idea how fast he is. This ball was gorged. Had to play the hop back. And here he realizes he's got to hurry. And he air mails it. The 5th air today by the Giants.
Here's Janish with Stubbs at second base. And a base hit to right field. They're going to wave him in, and here's Guillen. Guillen's throw is offline. This game is tied. My goodness. So a base hit and an RBI for Janish.
And with the throw, Janish takes second base. And now he's in scoring position. Janish with a nice opposite field approach. And they challenge one of the better arms in the game. And Guillen throws wide. I don't think it made a difference.
No, not with Stubbs speed. They're going to walk Bruce. And the hitter will be Cairo. So it's 11-11.
Well, what's been the theme this year?
Yeah, Giants baseball, torture. So Cairo's going to hit. At second is Janish. Bruce is at first. Foul back. Cairo. Pretty good rip. And it's 0-1. But Wilson at least gets out in front. Pitch number 39 for Brian Wilson. And it's above the zone. It's a ball and a strike.
Ooh, not above by much. And Wilson thought he had him.
And Hirschbeck is barking at him.
Well, Hirschbeck's got some severe rabbit ears. I mean, he hears everything.
1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Same spot, 2 balls, 2 strikes. This time Cairo's not biting.
Now, the one pitch that suffers when you extend the guy beyond his normal amount of pitches is the slider or the cutter. I mean, that takes a lot of strength to throw that pitch. And when you start to fatigue, that's the one pitch that gets a little lazy on you.
Get on the ground up the middle. Fontenot on the bag. Throw to first. Huff's got it! And the inning is over. And a nice play by Fontenot and Aubrey Huff. Ian will lead it off. That's where we stand as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the play that ended it.
And how hard is this play, Kai?
This is a very tough play, and Fontenot did a great job, and Aubrey Huff hung in there too. He's throwing away from his body, and he really, I mean, the point is he didn't have a lot on the throw, which gave Aubrey Huff a good opportunity to field a ball that was bounced quite a ways in front of him, and thus avoided the in-between hop.
Aubrey Huff going down to one knee to handle the high one hopper, and the Giants escape. So it stays tied, 11-11. And the Reds have a new pitcher.
And it's going to be Massett. Nick Massett facing Guillen. And Guillen will look at a strike. He led the 8th inning off with a base hit.
And there you see the numbers. Matt Massett, their setup man, has had an excellent season. 63 strikeouts at 59 innings.
Big topper, foul. And it's 0-2. This is where you have to be careful. You don't start to play home run derby. Although I can't guarantee you that the guy hitting third this inning is not going to try it.
Or the guy hitting second in this inning.
Or maybe even the guy leading off. So ignore everything that I just said prior to that. Here's the 0-2. And Guillen out swinging. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
And Massa could do that. I mean, he's got good fastball. He can go mid to high 90s with the fastball. Slider split. And he can strike you out with everything.
Here's Sandoval. 3 hits. Inside to Sandoval. Bassett nods his head in the 1-0 to Sandoval. 2 balls and no strikes.
The Reds know he's on fire. You have to respect his bat with what he's done in this series.
Two-0 pitch. Big bouncing ball foul.
Boy, he's got good rhythm in the box right now. That was a 2-0 split. And not a hanger either.
The 2-1 to Sandoval. Out of play down the left field line. It's 2-2. Sandoval takes a little bit of a breather outside the box. In the dirt, and it's a full count, and that took every ounce of strength that Pablo Sandoval has not to swing at that.
Well, let's take a look at the check here. Yep. Lays off to live another day.
Three and two. Bouncing ball. Janish will throw him out. 2 down. And here's Uribe.
There's his day. 2 for 4, a single, 3-run homer. Scored a couple runs. It is 17th home run of the year. And that really was the hit in the 8th inning that got everybody to believe.
Outside. I'm sure the Reds are going to try to stay away from Uribe.
Well, you know what he's going to try and do.
Absolutely. Now they're going to come in. Breaks his bat and he flips it into right field, a base hit. Uribe's 3rd hit. And here's Cody Ross.
And do not underestimate the power of Cody Ross. And he will let it fly.
Ross saw 1 pitch in the 8th inning and singled. Popped them up, and that's going to be out of play, and it's 0-1. Heisey is about as deep as you can play in left field without being on the track. And that's part of the no doubles defense. Just keep going. There, keep going. Come on. There you go.
Right there.
Well, 0-1 to Cody Ross. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2.
Oh, good breaking ball there. You can see why he's averaging more than a strikeout inning on that pitch. That was nasty. Take the ball right on the outside corner. Just explosive action down. And that's the swing you step out of the box and have a word with yourself. And you say, get a better pitch to hit.
Got him. 10th inning coming up. 11-11. Friday night, right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Pregame live will start at 6:30. Giants and Diamondbacks at the top of the hour. It'll be Tim Lincecum against Enright. Barry Enright. So on the hill for the Giants is Javier Lopez. He is the last man standing in that Giants bullpen.
Those are the numbers for Lopez. 63rd game that he's been in this year. He's been outstanding. A good ad.
Facing Heisey. Izzy is 0 for 4 with a walk. Then Votto. And then Scott Rowland. There's a bunt. Huff's going to have to get back. He does. And that's 1 out. And here's Votto.
I think that's one of the toughest pitches for a guy that doesn't play the position every day at first base. On a bunt to crash in and then realize you got to get back to the bag. He did it perfectly, but the timing on that play is extremely important.
Here's Joey Votto. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
And he is not picking up Javier Lopez. Watch the way that Huff has to identify then get back. You crash hard, anticipating you're the guy to make the play on the bunt, then realize the pitcher's got it. Now you got to get back because you're the only guy that can get back.
Down low. One ball and one strike. Check swing 1 and 2.
He just can't get off a swing on him. He got him shaking the head in the batter's box. He struck out early in the series in a bat against Javier Lopez, and it may have been the worst swing he's ever taken. Here, again, he just can't fire. He's not picking the ball up. The break is totally confusing him.
And he shoots this one to Fontenot. 2 outs.
And that's a big bat to send back to the dugout.
Oh, he's a bigger one.
And the one thing that Javier Lopez will do when he's facing a right-hander is that he will raise his arm angle. He can drop way down below the knees when he's thrown against the lefty like you just saw with Votto, but here he'll go to a little bit of a higher release. Whereas if you go lower, you flatten out the break in your breaking ball. The higher up you go to your arm angle, the more two-plane break you get.
There's a strike to Rowland, who looked like he may have been taking all the way, just to see where that ball is coming from, what area. Shot to left field. Back is Ross. It is off the bottom of the wall. Ross's strong throw into second. They got him!
Oh, my.
Cody Ross with a perfect throw. We're going to the bottom of the 10th. It's tied.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It's hard to explain how we all got to this score, but it's 11-11.
Well, it stayed 11-11 because of a brilliant play from Cody Ross. And watch how he positions his lower body to second base. And he played this carom like he's been here the whole year. And he gambles all the way in the air. It gets to Fontenot in plenty of time, who slaps the tag on Rowland. And that is another incredible chapter to this amazing baseball game, as it now goes into the bottom of the 10th inning. And it just absolutely stunned Scott Rowland, the effort that Cody Ross put on that enabled the Giants to get him.
Well, here's Fontenot to lead it off, and he takes the pitch high.
This is an historic baseball game, and everybody who's partaking understands that they're involved in something very special.
Two balls and no strikes.
In the Giants' history, not the San Francisco Giants, in the Giants' history, they have never come back from a 9-run deficit to win a ball game.
Torres to follow. And Nassett just pours in a strike to make it 2-1. Fontenot, pretty good rip and it's 2-2. So Massa comes back after falling behind, not to even the count.
When I was in Chicago playing with the Cubs, we played the Phillies one day, and the game wound up being a 23-22 victory for the Phillies. This game played in Chicago's Wrigley Field, and it's a game that gets replayed every offseason. It's a game that they still talk about. It was played over 30 years ago.
Fontenot up the middle. Janish with a very nice play as that went through the legs of Massa.
That was a nice play. Did it hit Massa at all?
I don't think so.
Now let's check it out. Back up. Sort of toe danced the way around it, but you see the range from Janish, who has really showed great range in this series.
So here's Torres. Torres is 2 for 5. Just inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Buster Posey on deck. Swing, ain't gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Torres doubled in the tying runs in the 8th inning. He then eventually scored the lead run, only to have the Reds come back in the 9th to tie it up. Good take, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Boy, it was. That was a good pitch. Big curveball. I mean, that is a nasty breaking ball. It's a straight down 12-6er. It's late and big.
Two and 2.
Massa can give you a lot of different looks. That last pitch, a split. Saw the curveball. He can cut the fastball. And he can also go mid to high 90s with velocity. Not an easy at bat.
Pitch to Torres. He got him. 3rd strikeout for Massa. And here's Buster Posey. No, Buster Posey does not have a hit today. But he's hit the ball pretty well. And he will try to get on for Aubrey Huff. In tight, 1 ball and no strikes. Posey 10 home runs, 49 RBIs. Two and 0. There's Huff. Foul back as Posey had a good rip.
And a good pitch to hit. That was a fastball. It's supposed to be an inside corner. That's sort of cut out across the plate at the belt up.
Mr. Posey will sleep well tonight.
I think a lot of Giants are going to say that same thing.
2-1 pitch coming up to Buster Posey. Kind of hung up there. It's 2 and 2. Defense straight away for the most part. We'll head to the 11th. And Javier Lopez will go after Lance Nix. And Barry Zito now getting loose.
Well, the Giants have gone through their bullpen. Remember, they're an 11-man staff. So if this game goes a little bit longer, Barry Zito will be pitching, and they're going to give him a little extra time to get loose, as that's what he's accustomed to as a starter. You know, I was talking about that 23-22 game in Chicago, and it was a very special game historically, and fans still watch it. And this has got the same type of feel to it.
Nix takes low. He injured himself on, what was it, Monday night? Running down the line. Tweaked his ankle. And this is the first we have seen Nix since then. There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lots of power. Lance Nix. You can see he's a bull. Bounces this one. Fontenot charging. He knows he's got time because Nix can't run. 1 out. Now the fans are booing Nix. They just don't realize that he's injured.
Wow, the way he's moving on that thing. That looks like a DL type of movement. Of course, you get this close to September 1st, they may not do it, but he is not moving at all. If you watch him leave the box, and there's the reminder that, yep, I'm hurt.
Here's Hannigan. Hannigan hit a home run back in the first inning. And that's away from the target, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 11-11 here in the 11th. There's a strike to even the count. And there is a reason why Lopez is the last bullpen guy out there. When you kind of go through this game, you're down by 9 runs, and you try to save the bullpen by having a guy go just an inning. But if you tie it up like the Giants have, you know, now you're going to have to go to one of your starters. Hit into center field. Torres moves over. 2 out.
Well, and that's where you're vulnerable as a staff. I mean, you're having to take whittle down a 12-man staff to an 11-man staff. You got 6 guys in the bullpen, and then you have a starter get knocked out in the 3rd, which is what happened to Bumgarner today. So your bullpen's going to get taxed. And the one thing that you fear is when you have to go extra innings. Well, the fortunate thing, though, is they do have an off day tomorrow, and Zito can give them probably 3 innings. And if the game goes beyond that, then you have to start thinking about going to another starter or a regular player.
Zito came to the park today thinking about cheering on his teammates. Out of play down the right field line. It's 0-2. But you know what? I guess as a ball player, you come to the park, get ready. You never know what the heck might happen.
You never know.
And just getting a piece of it is Stubbs to keep it 0-2.
Tried the elevator.
Well, Lopez is due to hit second in the bottom of this inning. Oh, 2. Down low, 1-2. Hit into center field and hit very well. Torres back. Torres at the wall, and he makes the catch. And Stubbs rips his helmet off, and it'll be Aubrey Huff to lead things off. It's 11-11.
How did we get here? We go back to an emotional 8th inning when Juan Uribe steps up, hits a 3-run shot that makes it 10-8. And then with 2 on and nobody out, Andres Torres comes up and ties the score, knocks in Ross and Fontenot. And with the score 10-10 and a runner at third, Aubrey Huff hits one out. Jay Bruce cannot throw home to get the speedy Andres Torres, and the Giants took an 11-10 lead. The Reds, to their credit, in the top of the 9th came back and they put a run on the board to tie it, and that's how we are knotted up 11-11 here in the bottom of the 11th inning.
So here's Cordero to face Aubrey Huff. With Travis Ishikawa on deck. And a line drive foul down the right field line. Huff 1 for 5 lifetime against Cordero, and the one hit a double.
And those are the numbers for the closer of the Cincinnati Reds. 34 saves and 40 opportunities. 5 home runs allowed and 56 in the third.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
And that's a split. And that's a good one. Cordero go mid to high 90s with a velocity, with a hard slider and a split combination. He can strike out with all 3. He has got a power arm. 50 strikeouts and 56 in the third.
And he gets Huff on a ground ball to Rowland. And Rowland will throw him out. And here's Ishikawa. And Zito's going down to get loose again. For the Reds, Hernandez, LeCour, and of course their starters. For the Giants, Rowan Whiteside and their starters. That would be the starting pitchers. Ishikawa hitting at 281. He's very good coming off the bench. Guillen is on deck. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Ishikawa trying to send everybody home.
Well, first pitch split, so there's some respect there. Cordero can get wild.
Center field. Moving back is Stubbs. Still moving back, and he makes the catch. Two outs, and here's Guillen.
Well, he just gave a pretty good ride.
Guillen's been on base 3 times, a couple of singles and a walk. And a strike, and it's 0-1. With 2 outs and nobody on, you figure if you got power, and Guillen does, that they're going to go for it.
Looking for a mistake up, something you can drive.
Outside, just to stay away from Guillen, give him a different look. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pablo Sandoval would hit. Off the plate again, 2-1.
Well, the Giants would love to get Sandoval up there with some men on base. I mean, he has faced Cordero 4 times, and he is 4 for 4. And as we all know, he is a red hot.
2-1 to Guillen. Shot down the left field line. This is a foul ball.
Well, you always look at the guy who's leaving the box, as to whether or not it's going to be fair or foul. And Guillen, he anticipated this thing had a chance. Just hooked.
Started to hook right at the very end. And now it's 2-2. Popped him up. Middle of the diamond. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Votto, and that'll end the inning. We will go to the 12th inning. Barry Zito's coming in. It remains 11-11.
It's a season premiere at 6:30. It's hosted by Dave Benz with analysts Eric Davis and Lorenzo Neal. And you're going to get some, Matt Mayako will give you some insider information from 49ers camp. And Mindy Bach will sit down with Mike Singletary, the head coach of the 49ers. You'll see it all right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area tonight at 6:30.
So Barry Zito, his second relief appearance ever in this 11-11 ball game.
Well, the last time he did it was in San Diego, and he did well.
And a strike. Thank you very much. 1 ball and 1 strike.
But it is definitely a fish out of water. You feel a little strange coming into a game that's already existing.
And he throws his first breaking ball, which we'd like to see. And there you see his numbers.
There you see the numbers. 165 and 2/3 innings, 153 hits allowed, 121 strikeouts against 60 walks.
And it stays 1-2.
But the whole thing just sort of takes you out of what your normal routine is. I mean, you come into an existing game, you're coming into a mound that's been broken down by, the previous 13 guys that have been on there before you got there. There's holes that you're not used to throwing into or out of or around.
And a flare to left field for a base hit. So Janish is aboard. And here's Jay Bruce.
Well, it is a bunt situation, but you have to wonder as to whether or not Dusty Baker's willing to give up Bruce by way of the sack. He's got power, plenty of it.
Well, he's also have good numbers against Zito. He's 3 for 5. And he fouls this one out of play, and it's 0-1.
And one thing we learned about when Dusty Baker was the manager of the Giants is he really goes by matchups.
Yeah. Fontenot and Uribe at double play depth. And this pop-up is lifted to the left side of the diamond for Pablo Sandoval. And Cairo will hit with 1 out. So here's Cairo. Cairo hit into a double play in the 9th. Cairo shortens up the bunt, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Cairo has faced Zito 12 times. He's 3 for 12. He's got a double and a home run.
So he knows him.
And a base hit into left center field. Rounding the bag and moving to third is Janish, and it's a double for Cairo. And that'll bring up Chris Heisey.
A changeup in the outside corner, and Cairo picks it up early. He does not have any give in his back leg whatsoever. Gets off a good swing, finds a gap. And Andres Torres doing well just to get the ball back in that prevents the score from Paul Janish. So he stays at third. Cairo at second, and now Bruce Bochy wants to talk about how to defend against this scenario.
Or first base is open. Zito's numbers against Votto, 1 for 9. So pick your poison.
Yeah, he's one out though. If there's 2 out, I think it'd be an automatic. I think what he wants him to do is just kind of nitpick and try and strike him out. Don't give into the middle of the strike zone. But if you lose the bag here and face the bases loaded with Votto, and even if you get Votto, you got Rolen going to hit. So I think he's got to pitch to him.
Infield is in.
Here's where you need to get a break.
Fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. At third is Janish. At second is Cairo. And he misses high, 2-0.
And the fans right on. John Hirschbeck has been calling that high breaking ball, and this one he does not call.
3-0. Now Heisey has never faced Zito before. And a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Posey looking into the Giants dugout. Three and 1 to Heisey. Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Good changeup from Zito. Down and away. And Heisey swings right through it.
He might throw it again.
He might throw that one again. He could go cutter above the hands. As you pointed out, he does have the open base.
On the ground, Uribe's got it. He's coming home. There's the tag. They got him.
What a play. And I mean everybody involved. They play the infield in. Janish going on contact, the 1-hop seed, and Posey putting the tag on, and everybody does their job. And a huge out. Posey sealing it off, protecting the ball with both hands. And Janish trying to come in and blow it up.
So here's Votto. Cairo at second. Heisey at first. 1 ball and no strikes. On the ground, into right field, a base hit. And coming in to score is Cairo, and it's a 12-11 lead for Cincinnati. They tried to come in to Votto, and Votto just spun around on it.
And fastball to a quick bat, and he finds a hole on the right side. Right between the uprights. There was nothing that Fontenot could do. So the Reds take back the lead.
Well, you limit the damage, and you go after Roland. First breaking ball is high, 1 ball and no strikes. Outside corner to even the count for the Giants. In their half of the 12th, it'll be Sandoval to lead things off.
Sandoval, Uribe, and Cody Ross. Very highly breaking ball. Take another look at it. Yeah, a little high.
And now they'll walk Roland.
So Hernandez sort of a deke out there on the on-deck circle. Cordero going to stay in the game, the closer. Reds had the whole deke set up with Edinson Volquez, the starter, who got knocked out in the first inning in his start here in game 1. He got up and he was throwing to complete the deke. And I think that's another thing that Bruce Bochy covered when he was talking to Zito as to how they were going to handle it. So here he is, Cordero with the bases loaded.
One ball and no strikes. There's a strike. Cordero is not having it bat this year. Heisey, Votto, and Roland are your base runners. One and two.
Well, feeling a little better now. Before he swung, I mean, I was a little concerned, but this calmed me down.
Andres Torres will track this down, and that'll end the inning. Giants have a little bit of work to do. They need 1 to tie and 2 to go home. It's 12-11. Cordero will go back out, and he'll be facing Sandoval, Uribe, and then Cody Ross. As Mike mentioned earlier, Sandoval 4 for 4 lifetime against Cordero.
Yep, the Panda Army, the Panda Nation, eager in anticipation of their hero. And he has been something this whole homestand.
All three hitters in this inning have very good numbers against Cordero. First, Sandoval. Cordero with a 1-2-3-11. He's making Sandoval wait. Well, he's trying to freeze the kid, isn't he?
He is. This is all deliberate. He's taking more time. Well, Pan is doing the right thing. He'll step out and control the rhythm. If he takes too much time, they'll call a ball. I mean, just to stay in shape.
Down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Like that. Umpires don't appreciate it either. They've been in a squad for a long time. And you will sew up your strike zone if you tick off the umpire.
Sandoval out into right center field. Stubbs cuts it off, and Sandoval with a leadoff base hit.
Well, he thought about going for 2. So the freeze tactics from Cordero did not work. And Sandoval with his 4th hit went down and just golfed one. Found the gap in right center. He thought off the crack of the bat it was going to be a 2-bagger. But here, you can't risk it. If you have any doubt whatsoever that you might get thrown out, you got to stop. Nice play by Stubbs out in center field to cut that double off.
Uribe is 2 for 2 lifetime with a double off of Cordero. Low and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, it's so important to get that leadoff hitter on. It really puts thoughts into a pitcher's mind. It really does. And we talked about the bouts of wildness that Cordero will have. And if you look back at his track record, a lot of it happens when that leadoff hitter gets on. Valquez still getting loose.
High into left field. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Heisey who makes the catch. Heisey, who plays so deep, had to go a long way. And that is out number 1.
Boy, this turned out to be a pretty good play. I mean, he was way back there. You saw him calling on it. Catches the ball and do a barrel roll.
Here's Cody Ross. Ross against Cordero, 4 for 7 with 2 home runs. Down low, nice block by Hannigan. On the rail. In the 12th.
And they all know the history between these two. And it all favors Cody Ross.
Foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good balance. Good swing. And Cordero just pounded that outside corner as if to say, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to go the other way to do it. In this ballpark, pretty good strategy.
Sandoval at first with one out. Off the plate. Fontenot's got good numbers against Cordero. He's on deck. Cordero is ready. Swinging and a miss. 2-2.
Good hard slider there. Set up in the outside corner. And a 2-1 count. The idea just how aggressive Cody Ross is as he went out of the zone to chase that one.
Cody Ross back in the box.
That's such a good take right there. But you got to have some guts in your vision. And that is a beautiful 2-2 slider. Just a little bit low and just a little bit outside. So now, do you send a runner?
No. 3-2. Sandoval goes. It's strike three call. Down to second. Not in time. So Ross out looking.
A front door slider. And a generous call, strike three on Ross. But Panda with a good jump. Coming up with a free 90 feet by way of the steal. And the Giants have a runner in scoring position.
And Fontenot, 3 for 4 lifetime against Cordero. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
You throw him that side of the plate, he'll go to left field. He's already proved that today.
No balls and 1 strike. Fontenot came in the game back in the 5th inning. Sandoval, the tying run at second. And this pop-up over by the stands, rolling over, and it's off his glove. And Fontenot gets added life.
Wow. I mean, you're talking about some of the surest hands in the National League going over it. Usually if he can get a glove to touch it, he makes the play. And just not enough web. So the Giants get another chance. And the reaction. Close.
It's the way it's supposed to be, isn't it?
Torturous. So we like it.
1-2 to Fontenot.
Shadows are not a factor yet, but they're creeping in.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Fontenot up the middle. It kicks away. Fontenot's going to be aboard, and Andres Torres is coming up.
two-strike battle. Goes right back up the middle. Just hits off the glove of Cordero, who can do nothing, nor can any infielder. If the ball gets through to Janish, the game's over.
Well, this may be the right guy at the plate. He's been the guy all year. He's 1 for 2 lifetime against Cordero. Sandoval at third. Fontenot at first. No balls and 1 strike.
Off-speed pitch outside corner. Soft stuff's away, hard stuff in.
The tying run 90 feet away. A ball and a strike to Andres Torres. Down the left field line. That'll be foul. It's 1-2. Is that soft away?
Yeah. So they're down to the last strike.
One and 2. Here's Cordero. Runner goes. Swinging a pop-up straight back and out of play. 95 in on his hands.
And he fights it off to live to see the other day. Fontenot broke on the play, and there was no middle infielder covering, as they won't. They'll hold their position.
1 and 2 again. Now they're going to come in, and it's tight. 2 and 2. Soft away. Two balls, 2 strikes. We'll let you know if Fontenot takes off. Cordero at the belt. Fontenot goes, swinging a bouncing ball, foul. And we'll reset and do it again.
The last pitch for Cordero, number 32.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Fontenot does not go, and there's a bouncing ball to second. Cairo's got it. The throw to first is in time, and that's the ball game. Well, in a game that had lots of action, the Giants scored 6 in the 9th to take the lead, and in the end they lose it by a final of 12-11.
Unbelievable game.
It really was.
One of the better games that we've ever seen in this ballpark. And it says a lot about both clubs. But for the Giants, who were down 10-1 in this game, to keep plugging away and to finally catch and actually take the lead in this game, a remarkable comeback. And something that they'll take with them the rest of the way.
All right, 12-11 is the final. Giants postgame live with interviews on the Rapids coming up. But first, let's go to the Comcast studios for an update from Sportsnet Central.